Hello everyone, Hawkey here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. So let's talk about the Towerversity, which came out as an event for 3 weeks in the Taiwan and CN version. It has 7 floors and you get all these Luxite and resources for beating each of these floors. So even if you're not that strong, you can still gather some of these rewards all the way up to the 7th stage. So the 7th stage is the hard stage. This is where the ranking system comes in. So only the people who have beaten this all 7 stages can rank in this mode. So at the moment, there's actually just over 100 people who have beaten it in the Taiwan version, and from what I understand, it's about 400 players in CN. So you can imagine the small pool of players, and then yeah, they're all split across this reward system, and it feels bad, like being what under 50%. You're barely getting any rewards, and even in the top, it's not that much different. You get this the Astral Shard currency, and yeah, it's there's no Luxite here because you can get it from actually clearing the stage. So, most people might just stop at like stage 6. They can't beat stage 7, and yeah, they're just not ranked. And it's causing like a big uproar in the CN community because, like, look at this guy, he beat it and just thought, oh look, sorry, you just got the clearing rewards, participation prize. And because some players, they're not chasing the rankings anymore, you can still beat it with like all these like low tier units. What's that? Angel, Flame Sorceress, Suppression, Outlaw, Archer, is it? Fakel, Pamina, Rawia, Enforcer, Abyss, Karis, Nona Will, Mytha. 18 turns. Wow, it's just, you can still beat it. How is this even possible? It's incredible that this crappy lineup can pass. Too strong. And yeah, it's just amazing what they, some players can do. And looking at the usage rates, we got SP Sophia, SP Rawia, Luffy, Favia, Estra, Kavare, Pamina, Momo, Levita, Layla, Tear, Kavare. This is the Taiwan version, so about only 100 players in the rankings, so this might be a bit skewed. Then Agatha, Afra, Aisha, Coco, Karis, Sophia there. Aisha, Coco, Gloria, Karis, Inanna, Tristan. Tristan, you fell so low for Towerversity. At least for this Towerversity, because it's less bursty. You still have to take quite a number of turns. And here in the CN version, it's comparable as well. They actually missed Sophia Alt, SP Sophia at the start here, but yeah, Luffy, Convallaria, Flavia, Rawia, Agatha, Afra, Pamina, Tear, Levita, Coco, Momo, Layla. So yeah, it's fairly similar, and yeah, it's just a long. It's just like it's a lengthy sort of DPS stage, and burst heroes like Tristan have suffered a bit for the recent Towerversity. And there's been quite a number of guides and videos about the stage 7 as well. This guy went full in on the calculations. A few of them on the internet. So Agatha, SP Rawia, Sophia, Karis, Faviva is better. SP Sophia is a must-have. Luffy's very important. They're talking about Kavara there. Gloria and our other characters. Yes. Withstanding the attack and then adjusting the equipment. And then also speed tuning as well. And that's where Taya comes through and becomes very important, because like how the battle would go is, you want to buff all your team and debuff the boss before the boss takes its turn. Otherwise, the boss's debuff is gone. And yeah, there's still a lot of complaints about the Tower adversity. Difficulty of the tower is really amazing. And this guy, low rankings again. Why can't I defeat the tower? This is the free-to-play sort of setup. 0 draws. And yeah, set up the dummy. Yeah, so I think they made it easier in a way where you can use, it's not really biased towards the most recent debut unit, but it's still quite hard. You still need to understand the mechanics and play around to beat the stage. Otherwise, the top tier players can just brute force and just DPS down the boss. But no longer is it like reliant on burst DPS. It's a more like long term, hard hitting DPS, which does suck for units like Tristan. And I was putting here, can Tristan retire? She seems weak at the hard content, the universal derivation. She was like ranked tier 1. In Towerversity, she's ranked pretty low as well. I think pretty much tier 1 as well. So has she dropped to like tier 0.5? Is she no longer like a tier 0 human rights character? They're still voting her mostly at tier 0. I voted tier 2 not to skew the numbers. One Punch Man, I want to fight 10 of them. It's always been tier 0. The only disadvantage is operation is troublesome and it's not easy to use on auto. 2-round burst, unyielding, so she does have her trait, which does prevent her from dying as well. So sacrifices, this is where she goes Super Saiyan, enters Berserk state and acts again, but that's 1 time per battle. And yeah, after casting Crimson Fury, the Berserk mode triggers unlimited resolve, so triggered indefinitely until the start of the next 2 turns. So 2 turns of being like invincible. So it's a bit like using the invincible hero on her. And yeah, it's just like, if she's not doing a lot of DPS, she can be a tank. A tank for 2 turns, the first 2 turns, and not dying. Bit like how Alexi has his immortal mode as well. But yeah, she just has so much huge output on her kit there. Controlled demolition, fervent headbutt. Yeah, all the all the creep on the skills as well. So it's just, yeah, so amazing. Can't wait until we get her. And going back, yeah, the DPS is not as good as the current Afra or Aisha. No, Afra's not. I wouldn't really consider her much of like a DPS. She's more like a amplifier for the DPS. Yeah. So don't skip. Tristan's a very comprehensive character. No one can replace her. Even though in the CN server, she is still considered the top tier DPS, and it's been 6 months. They're 6 months ahead. It's almost top 3. Do you want to skip? Yeah, top 3 character. Or human rights in the future. The Tower of Challenges and Adversity is always working. I prefer Luffy and Aisha to Tristan. Yeah, I think Tristan's still number 1. Still tier 0. Still human rights. And even though she did drop a lot in the Towerversity usage, it's because it's a different sort of mode. It's more on a more lengthy battle with different mechanics, and Tristan burst, it sort of tapers off. Like, she could do that huge act again, but that was only once per battle, and then her damage just slowly dies down. It's not to say she isn't strong at all. It's just that she doesn't really fit the current Towerversity content, and this is just the first season. There's still more Towerversity content to come, and they'll go through with the different mechanics, and Tristan is still very strong in other modes as well. Like, should we say Karis is tier 0 because of this team? Actually, they said Favira is better than Karis, the Green Witch. But yeah, it's just look, just tank the attacks, kill the flowers, and yeah, it's looks very messy. It's not as straightforward as the old Towerversity where you just like surround the boss and DPS it down. A lot of mechanisms in this Towerversity, which sort of evens out the playing field. If you can't really DPS the boss down, you can play with the flowers and reduce the boss and kill the boss that way. Anyway, we'll leave it here for now. I'll go over more of Tristan later on as well, but that'll be it for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.